Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked where I climb the online VGC ladder in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and provide live commentary as I go. In this video, I'm going to be trying out a fun snow-oriented team centered around Rotom-Frost, that's Water Tera type with Assault Vest, as well as Focus Sash Kilowattrel with Competitive. And so, yeah, I think Snow is in an interesting place right now, and so Rotom plus Abomasnow is an inherently nice combination, and Rotom being able to change its typing to Water through Tera makes it a lot more valuable, especially into Fire-type Pokemon. So as always, I'll do a quick breakdown of the team, but if you want to just skip to the battles, check out the timestamps in the description below. I've been trying out all kinds of different teams. As you can see, I've been rotating teams every day as we try to climb up the ladder. So yeah, hope everyone's been enjoying it. It's taking me some time to get used to all these brand new Pokemon and strategies, and I've been playing a lot off screen to also learn about these Pokemon, but it's been an absolute blast, and so thank you so much as always for watching. If you enjoy, it would mean a lot if you consider liking the video or subscribe to the channel, as yeah, we're just growing a lot right now, and it's been an awesome time. So appreciate all of you as always, and let's get into the team. First of all, a huge thank you to Zine for building and sharing this team. He is one of the best players from Japan, and he went 19-3 with it at the start of the ranked season to get to Master Ball tier, which is pretty awesome. I've linked his Twitter and YouTube channel in the description below, and there's also a team code right up there if you want to try it out yourselves. And so, yeah, thanks to Zine. Question of the day here, with Snow now being buffed from Hail previously, I want to know what you think about the change overall to it, whether or not you've liked it, whether or not you think it's underwhelming. For me, I've actually been a little bit impressed by it. I feel like the ice types have actually felt a lot stronger than I've expected it to. Abomasnow has actually felt a lot stronger than I've expected it to as well, because now it can use Aurora Veil and Earth Power, and Pokemon like Titan, for example, have been pretty awesome to try out. So I've been liking it a lot, but yeah, it's still a little bit early, so I'll have to, play some more games and see exactly how I feel a little bit later on. But let's talk about this team. The first Pokemon is Rotom-Frost. Now, historically, this Pokemon has not really seen as much usage relative to its other Rotom counterparts in VGC because Ice and Electric just historically hasn't really been the best typing. You're weak to so many common typings such as Rock, for example, and Fire, and Fighting. It just doesn't feel that great. This is where Tera turns a Pokemon that just historically hasn't been super viable into something that can actually be really powerful. Water Tera is really nice because it suddenly means that you're not weak to fire-type attacks. In fact, you resist them, which is really nice in itself, and it gives you decent coverage against some of the other types that you might go up against as well. And Water Tera in particular with Tera Blast is really sweet because normally when people go up against Rotom, especially fire-type Pokemon, they're thinking, you're not really going to be able to take my attack super well. I can just launch a super effective fire-type attack into you. Rotom-Frost says, well, I'm just going to Tera into Water, and one, not take that much damage from your fire type attacks, but two, also threaten you with a knockout in return with my Tera Blast, which is awesome. This is especially relevant into common fire type Pokemon such as Torkoal, as well as Arcanine, both which see a fair amount of usage in VGC Series 1 right now. And so, otherwise, the idea is fairly simple. You've got Blizzard and Discharge and Thunderbolt, all really good, means of damage. Blizzard synergizes really nicely with Abomasnow. Discharge synergizes really nicely with Garchomp. You've got Choice Band Garchomp on this team, so you can just have Garchomp and Rotom next to each other and just spam Discharge plus Earthquake. That was like one of the OG VGC strategies. Like literally it was used in 2008 and 2009, and Garchomp was one of the members of that combination back then. You would just use Zapdos next to the Garchomp. So it's funny to be playing VGC a decade past, the OG era and still be using a combination. Just really a tale as old as time. And so, yeah, overall, you've just got a lot of bulk. As you can see, not really that much speed investment, but the idea is that you can set up Tailwind with Kilowattrel. So, yeah, Rotom overall really fun, and mainly fun for the Water Tera combination as well as the Discharge stuff with Garchomp. Also, Blizzard's just a really good move, and being able to, potentially freeze either of your opponent's Pokemon is just a really big deal. Freeze is still just such a crazy, status condition that you can get so much value out of just one freeze in a single game. So, we've talked about Rotom. The next really cool Pokemon on this team is Kilowattrel. Now, this Pokemon is fun because, first of all, it has one of the highest base speeds in the game, and so it can set up Tailwind fairly easily for you. Yes, it doesn't have priority, so it's not a Murkrow or a Talonflame, but often it's so fast that it will just be the first Pokemon to move anyway, get that Tailwind up, and then its partners can obviously capitalize off it. Kilowattrel gets access to a bunch of really good abilities, but this one is competitive, and that's really nice because it covers for Intimidates. Arcanine, for example, seems like a really good Pokemon to bring into this team with the Abomasnow, Rotom, Garchomp, and Goldengo, and so Kilowattrel can bait those Arcanines out, eat up an Intimidate, which turns into competitive into a +2 special attack boost, and then you're really moving from there. So this is just a fairly standard set, Air Slash Thunderbolt to, take advantage of your same type attack bonuses, and then just Tailwind to get that speed boost. So these are the two main Pokemon that I wanted to feature with this team. But to round out everything, we've got Abomasnow. This is is just a really bulky Abomasnow with Babiri Berry. The idea here is to not get one-shot by Golden Go, which is one of the most common Pokemon in the metagame right now, and then be able to Earth Power it or set up an Aurora Veil, for example. These are two of the newer moves that Abomasnow has gotten access to in recent generations, which is really nice. Because Abomasnow back in 2010, like the older era of VGC, it was mainly be used for Blizzard, and then, you'd be able to, like, Wood Hammer or go for Grass-type attacks into, like, Kyogre or Groudons, but that was basically it. Now, the fact that you can cover for Fire-type Pokemon with Earth Power and set up Aurora Veil is awesome. To round out the team, you've got Choice Band Garchomp here. This just synergizes incredibly well with Kilowattrel and Rotom, where you can just Earthquake and Discharge, or Earthquake and Kilowattrel is immune to it. You've got Arcanine here as well with Citrus Berry. This is just a offensive Arcanine. It's a little bit more offensive, a little bit less bulky, as you see. Actually has 156 attack EVs, so don't underestimate the damage that this Pokemon can do. And then you've got a Life Orb Golden Go here with Substitute. Substitute's a pretty interesting option, but it's really valuable into Trick Room-oriented compositions, because otherwise Trick Room could give you a fair amount of trouble. And so, yeah, you can set up Substitute in front of Pokemon that often are trying to Trick Room. So, a lot of combos with this team. Rotom Abomasnow is one lead combo. I really like Kilowattrel Garchomp with Rotom and Abomasnow in the back. Really, Kilowattrel with anything is fairly strong here. Like, I've played with pretty much every lead combination, I would say, while practicing with this team. But yeah, like Kilowattrel Garchomp, Garchomp Rotom, Abomasnow Rotom, Kilowattrel Golden Go. Golden Go, by the way, is Flying Tera here, so you can even go Garchomp Golden Go and then like Flying Tera, and then just deal massive amounts of damage. And so I think that opens some pretty interesting options as well as you go up against the opposing teams. So yeah. All right, what do we got here? Garchomp, Sylveon, Gyarados, Kilowattrel, Mungus, and the Skeledirge. I mean, Rotom looks really solid here, to be honest. They have 4 Pokemon that are weak to it, and then 5 if you include Skeledirge as we Water Tera. The Kilowattrel War here is also fairly interesting. I'd say Skeledirge is probably the scariest Pokemon on their team. So, I'm kind of interested in my Kilowattrel. Probably Garchomp. Golden Go's also solid here, right? But I'm thinking Kilowattrel, Garchomp lead, Abomasnow, Rotom in the back. I think I could also lead Abomasnow. That was the other temptation, but they have 2 things that really threaten me in Skeledirge as well as their Kilowattrel. So, yeah. But I think Rotom can be excellent here, so let's see if we can enable it fully. What am I looking for here, though? Set up early Tailwind, ideally. Garchomp just for early Disruption is good. Like, I'm probably not going to pick up KOs immediately, but even just, like, Rock Slide or Earthquake for some chip is fairly valuable. Stomping Tantrum to Skeledirge. One thing that's popped up is, like, bulky Skeledirge with Fairy typing, which is pretty nice into the Dondozo Tatsugiri teams, because, yeah, like, Skeledirge gets access to Unaware, so it can ignore opposing stat boosts. And, like, a lot of Dondozos will go, Dragon Tera with Order Up. And Skeledirge is like, well, okay, I'm just going to wall you. Have fun with that. Kilowattrel and Garchomp. Well, this is a little bit scary because I think we're probably just going to both try to Tailwind immediately. Could Tera Ground. I want to Tera Rotom in this game, though, honestly. Okay, I'm just going to Tailwind Dragon Claw. I will lose the Speed tie, unfortunately, but let's see if they get a one-hit knockout onto us with Dragon Claw. Like, we're Choice Banded. Oh, they Swords Dance. Yeah, that's greedy. They're going to get punished really heavily for this. So, fortunately, us losing the Speed tie didn't matter. Now I just get Choice Band Dragon Claw off. Beautiful. Okay, that's an amazing start, obviously. That could have gone so much worse for us, but yeah, like, because I figured we had Choice Band here, I knew I was going to get the KO onto them, whereas they probably weren't as confident in KOing us with the Dragon Claw. So the Swords Dance makes a lot of sense. If I protect Garchomp or switch out there, they're honestly in such a good spot. So, can totally see where they're coming from, but oh man, they're bringing Gyarados. That's going to make Kilowattrel go so hard right now with competitive. I do think here, though, I want to scout out a little bit for what they want to do, so protect. And honestly, I don't mind switching Garchomp out, because this can just come back out and click Rock Slide later on. And I think it's fine. I guess the one thing is this thing could Dragon Dance on me as well. Yeah, I should actually probably cover for it, Dragon Dancing. I do think it might go for a Tera here. You know what? I actually think the best play is to just stay in and attack with both. And I'm actually going to click Air Slash and Dragon Claw because that covers for, like, Ground Tera Gyarados. They could just protect Gyarados, but then so be it. Your Kilowattrel gets an attack off, sure. I don't know. I don't want Gyarados to get a Dragon Dance off here. That'd be really annoying. Yep, so here's a Tera. Grass Tera would be so funny to see because I Air Slashed. That'd be so satisfying. Oh, that's a good feeling. That is a good feeling. Oh my gosh, Kilowattrel. Yes. Yes. Well, that's the best showcase of this Pokemon I could have asked for. We set up a Tailwind and we got a one-hit KO onto something like Tera type and got the competitive boost. They're going to Thunderbolt us. We get Choice Band Dragon Claw. They crit us, but that's where the Focus Sash comes in handy. And that's why you use Kilowattrel, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh, that did so much damage. Well, this game might not get to feature Rotom very much, but it is definitely featuring the Kilowattrel. At this point, what do I want to do? We could still lose this game, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. Water Rotom should beat Skeledirge, though. So I'm down to just Thunderbolt into Skeledirge and then Dragon Claw into Kilowattrel. Okay, we actually win the speed tie. That looks like Assault Vest to me. They're going to Air Slash. Okay, let's see if they flinch us. No flinch. Good. Cool. Now I get to bring out Tera Rotom and then Water Tera into Skeledirge. Oh, they actually Will-O-Wisp us. Okay. Makes sense, but it's definitely a little too late. This is where Choice Band Garchomp was huge, by the way, because it enabled us just to get the one-hit knockout onto their Garchomp and put us in such a good position. Yeah, I mean, the correct play here is to actually sacrifice to get a free switch into Rotom, so I'm not going to try to get too fancy here. Just waiting for Skeledirge to KO, bring out Rotom, Tera Water, KO. Ah, wait, it's not Assault Vest. Oh, it's because you ignore my special attack boosts. Duh, I literally was talking about that at the beginning of the game. Just gotta get used to some of these brand new Pokemon. Yeah, you get a Torch Song. I love that animation. That's so cool. But I'm just glad I get to bring out Rotom now. Because Rotom was really good into my opponent's entire team, but we just had such an early lead, and part of it was just getting the Air Slash onto the Gyarados there. But that's why I went for Air Slash and Dragon Claw. It covered for essentially every Tera type that I thought was reasonable from their end. The scariest probably would have been Tera Electric, but even with Tera Electric, it's fine. Okay, Rotom is out. We've got Assault Vest, and now we just simply change into Water Rotom and Tera Blast and Dragon Claw. Actually, I think it's better to switch out here just to reset so I can Earthquake, but I think Tera Blast should get the KO anyway. I mean, there's no way it doesn't, right? Super effective. Water. I'm just so happy about the Kilowattrel plays in this one. Like, couldn't be any happier with that. Okay. Here's Tera. Water Rotom. Water Rotom is so interesting because, yeah, it just gives you an additional coverage. Really valuable into the fire types. Gets rid of some of your weaknesses as well. Right now I'm no longer weak to rock or fighting, for example. Or steel. And Tera Blast will finish off the Skeledirge. Oh. That was the best first game I could have asked for. So I'm already content. That was amazing. Yeah. And ultimately, this is one of the advantages of using the Kilowattrel competitive. Like, getting a special attack boost can allow it to deal massive amounts of damage. So I was a little bit worried about the Kilowattrel Garchomp mirror lead, but yeah, turn 1, like, we already had a big lead, and then turn 2 felt like the game was essentially over after calling that correctly. So it's one of the interesting things about Tera, right? Where if they had actually stayed in just regular Gyarados, like, I'm not sure I would have gotten the KO. But the idea is I already had a big enough lead, so I was like, I don't necessarily need to get a knockout. I'm just looking to trade damage in a, like, at least a neutral way, right? And I was just kind of waiting for Rotom to come out and for them to pick up a knockout, but they didn't even actually pick up the KOs as quickly as I expected. So the Garchomp and the Kilowattrel just put in so much work there. Okay, we're going up against Slim Shady 97, Mr. Eminem for the next game here. Lilligant, Lucario, Hariyama, Mimikyu, Oranguru, Torkoal. I think this is one of the rental teams that's out there right now. It's pretty scary because you have so much pressure with everything. Now, Rotom Water Tera in dealing with Torkoal is really interesting. But if they want to get Trick Room up, they could just go Hariyama plus the Oranguru. To which I could lead Golden Go, which at least is immune to Fake Out. But everything else is going to get hit by Fake Out, which is less than ideal. There's no easy way around this, honestly. I think Hariyama Oranguru is just really consistent as a lead here. Oh, you know what? Okay, I see some potential. Like, so Arcanine plus Golden Go here, I can just go for Make It Rain and then Extreme Speed afterwards. And in the back, I think I'm going to want a Bomb Snow plus the Rotom. I actually think Garchomp's also a really good pick here, but I'm going to opt to leave it on the bench because I want to see if Rotom can deal with Torkoal under Trick Room. See what we can get out of it. So what are we aiming to do here? Turn 1, Golden Go is immune to Fake Out. So just get a big Make It Rain off. Ah, they actually go with Mimikyu Oranguru. Huh. Okay. I do have Substitute as well. Wait, Sub on Golden Go is actually really interesting. If I were them, I'm trick rooming with Mimikyu turn 1. I don't know what Oranguru really wants to do here. I really like Sub. I think I'm definitely going to Sub and Flare Blitz Mimikyu. Because... Oh, they actually just Shadow Sneak. Okay. Well, that did more than I would have liked. Oh, I'm really surprised about that, because if I just Flare Blitz plus Make It Rain onto Oranguru, maybe we just get the KO. This is still okay, though, honestly. I don't mind this too much. Presumably Oranguru Trick Rooms now. Okay, that's honestly fine for now. Basically, like, this is still relatively passive for them. So this turn, what I'm going to do is Protect and simply Snarl. This covers for a Torkoal switch in, but even if they don't, it's some free damage on a both, and it stalls all to turn a Trick Room. Yeah, and they stay in with both. Cool. Okay, Golden Gun's going to jump up, go for Protect. Good job, buddy. Shadow Sneak into us. Yes. I wonder if they just instruct that as well. Or Foul Play. Yeah. Foul Play makes this a little bit more annoying. I don't know if that KO's Golden Goal. Okay. I mean, if we survive, it's just huge, right? Because then I could actually angle for a double KO right now. I'm going to Make It Rain and Flare Blitz here. I don't know, I kind of expect to survive, but maybe that's ambitious. We are at just over 50%. I'm just a little sad, because if I actually just clicked, like, Steel Tera, Make It Rain, Flare Blitz, Oranguru turn 1, maybe that's just a KO. They don't get Trick Room up, and yeah, you Shadow Sneak me, but for minimal damage. And then your ability to get Trick Room up. Well, I suppose you could have Hariyama in the back, and that'd still be decent. But yeah, I think the main thing that's awkward for my opponent right now is, like, this duo isn't actually that strong, but I guess because of Shadow Sneak and Foul Play, it's a little bit stronger than I'd like it to be. So the big question here is, does Foul Play KO us? Super effective. Golden Goal's attack isn't amazing. Oh, okay, that did nothing. Nice. Time to Make It Rain. Mimikyu's gonna faint. Excellent. That's out of the way. We've stalled out a couple turns of Trick Room now. Like, and with Rotom and Abomasnow in the back, I'm just like a double Protect Rotom Tera away from being in really good shape. No Berry here. Flare Blitz. Double KO. Excellent. Okay, not bad. The other cool thing is I can Extreme Speed into Torkoal just to get a little bit of chip damage onto it before it's able to really do much to me. It's also worth considering just bringing in Abomasnow solely to set up the snow now. And then, like, reset Arcanine's Intimidate if it indeed is Hariyama and Torkoal in the back. There's Hariyama. Should be Torkoal, yeah. Yeah, Mimikyu Oranguru is interesting. It's not exactly the... Like, you have two Trick Room users in it, so it's maybe easier to get Trick Room up with one of the two, but it doesn't do too much damage. So 2 turns of Trick Room left. Protect. protect. Yeah, I think the path to victory here is just double protect right now. And then Arcanine plus Rotom against Torkoal plus Hariyama outside of Trick Room. Because I'll get an Intimidate off and I'll change the weather into snow. And then I can Tera Rotom as well. So they go for Fake Out. I mean, Fake Out Eruption here is the play for them, right? Is there an argument to switch out Arcanine or stay in here just to extreme speed? Not a fan of what Abomasnow provides me late game relative to Arcanine, I would say. There's Flame Orb. Okay. Yeah, so here we might as well go for a double protect, because I think if we were to get it, it would just help us win the game immediately. But it's fine if we don't get it off, and I'll just switch into Abomasnow with the expectation of sacrificing it. I don't think I'm ever conserving Golden Go here. Okay, we don't get the double, that's fine. I'll lose both Pokemon, but that's the trade that I'm willing to take here. Here's Eruption. Double KO, yep. But now I get Arcanine in, so that gives me an Intimidate, and I get Rotom in. And I can Water Tera to get rid of the fighting weakness. I'll go for Knockoff, yeah, it's fine. Knockoff is smart though, covers for switch outs. In case something survives or has Focus Sash as well. But that's fine. Trick Room is expired. So yeah, through Substitute from Golden Go and through them with the relatively passive lead, we've actually been effective in stalling out Trick Room, which is great. Okay. I'm down to just Flare Blitz Hariyama now, Tera, and then Tera Blast into Torkoal. I mainly wonder if Torkoal considers protecting here, but I also think it might just be Choice Specs, given, like, the team composition. Choice Specs and Charcoal are the two items I'd normally expect here, but thanks to the Intimidate on Hariyama and Rotom getting rid of its typing, even if Torkoal protects this turn, that's okay, because Hariyama presumably will close combat, and that will drop its defenses, which is also good for me. So, time for Water Tera Rotom here. Okay. Okay, Tera from their end. Who is it going to be? Makes sense for fighting Hariyama. Oh, it's Torkoal, though. Oh, but it's just Fire Torkoal. Okay. So going for that allows you to do more damage with your fire type attacks. I'm really actually surprised to not see it be Hariyama, but they're not going to protect, so we are going to get a Tera Blast into that slot. Flare Blitz also does a crazy amount of damage there. Wow. Nice. And here's Tera Blast from Water Rotom. Super effective. Into the Torkoal. That's a one-hit KO. And that's why you use Water Tera Rotom. There you go. That's exactly what the Water Tera Rotom is designed here. They actually go for Knockoff, which, yeah, doesn't do that much. This Arcanine's also a little bit more offensive. It's like Adamant, you know, has a lot of attack EVs, so... Makes sense, right? They probably weren't expecting Water Tera there, and they're like, oh, well, I can just KO you. Just Extreme Speed. Blizzard. Yeah, so the logic was, okay, well, you know, if you're just stay in Ice Tera, Heat Wave, we'll just get the knockout onto that slot, and then it's a 2v1 against Arcanine. But having Water Tera here was absolutely huge for us. So that's it. I'm glad to showcase what Rotom can do, but it took us a little time to get there in this one. We had to be patient. We had to stall out Trick Room, but because they had a relatively passive lead and Arcanine having Snarl plus the substitute on Golden Go, we were pretty well positioned to stall out a couple turns of Trick Room and then play towards this end game. Wow, really? Interesting. I know this is a rental that's out there right now, so I'm not shocked to see it, but what are the odds we go up against it back-to-back? I mean, I think the strategy in the last game was incredibly effective, so let's just go with it. I don't know. It does feel weird to not bring Banded Garchomp into this, because it does so much damage and everything, but the problem with Banded Garchomp is that it can't protect, and it's basically impossible for me to deny Trick Room here. So instead of denying Trick Room, I have to find a way to stall it out, and having Choice Band Garchomp not very good in letting me stall it out. But yeah, I think the team we're going up against was built by Hari, who's an excellent French player, one of the best players from Europe this last year. Maybe Lucario Rangoon this time around, though, so there's Final Gambit pressure. But you know what I could do here? Like, if this thing does Final Gambit, I could totally just Extreme Speed a Rangoon, Tera, and then... Oh, but we were flying Tera. Never mind. That does not work as well as I would have liked it to. Honestly, I'm down to just protect and sub turn 1 then. Like, the idea is to just not make it easy for them to get their sweeper in for free. Yeah, there's Final Gambit. Cool. And now you're just stuck with Lucario out clicking Final Gambit next turn, right? Which is pretty awkward. Goes up. So now Lucario's going to Final Gambit this next turn. I can just go for Flare Blitz and make it rain into a Rangoon right now. There is a potential of a double knockout, but the question is, do I actually want to take the double knockout? Because it might not actually be amazing for me. I suppose I could protect here, right? Because the question is, like, I don't want the game to accelerate too quickly and let them get 2 free switch-ins right now. I just went for Flare Blitz, make it rain, but I don't like that play. I guess if a Rangoon hangs on, though, which actually it should, right? For Make It Rain and Flare Blitz? We'll see. Wait, Foul Play didn't even KO the sub. Oh my gosh. I just realized that. Wait, that's huge. Okay. Another Flare Blitz here. That does KO Rangoon, so it will be a double knockout. But because I have sub up, like, I think we're in really good shape then. That's going to be 2 turns of Trick Room down. Next turn, I double protect. Stalled another turn of Trick Room. Should activate my Citrus Berry. Double protect, then bring out a Bomb of Snow. I mean, I feel like I'm playing towards the same endgame as I did previously, but am I in better shape or worse shape? I actually feel like I'm in worse shape this time around. I'm sure it's Torkoal and Hariyama on the back. Yep. Okay. Okay. 3 turns of Trick Room. So, double protect here. Scout out for maybe what Tera you want to go for. Yeah, they are going to commit a Tera now. That's good. This is why, like, Protect is just such a valuable move. Just getting more information in itself here is a big deal. Now knowing you're committing to fire Torkoal is nice, because we know we can Tera Blast it with Rotom fairly easily. So they'll probably just Eruption and knock off here, right? Okay, double protect. Oh, they actually go for Heat Wave. Smart. The reason to go for Heat Wave there is to cover for Extreme Speed onto Torkoal, thus making Torkoal deal less damage. So it's a good play. Knock off, yep. Into Golden Go. Cool. Okay. Play more from Hariyama activates now. 2 turns of Trick Room left. Let me think about the sequencing here. If I switch into a Bomb of Snow, I lose both Pokemon. It's Arcanine plus Rotom. But then Rotom just Tera Waters. KOs Torkoal. And then it's Arcanine plus Rotom in the end game. And Hariyama will have an Intimidate. So I think it's fine to switch out Arcanine into a Bomb of Snow right now. We'll change the weather. And similarly, like last time, I might as well go for the double protect. Because I'm not surviving the turn here from a Heat Wave knockoff anyway. If I get it, I think we actually just immediately win the game because it gives us an extra Pokemon. But if we don't get it, it's also totally fine. Like, this is an example of when to go for a double, where it's like, I don't lose that much if I don't get it, but I gain a lot if I actually pull it off. So, we don't get it once again, but that's fine. Heat Wave. Like, a double protect or a single Heat Wave miss onto either Pokemon would have put them in really bad shape. But even then, like, I'm still in an okay position, in my opinion. Because, yeah, we'll just bring out Arcanine and Rotom. I'll lose both Pokemon. It's the last turn of Trick Room now. But essentially, it's the Water Tera that I think will ideally save me here. Torkoal should move first, so it's not like you can knock off my item. I guess the only fear is if they crit Heat Wave or Close Combat, or just, I don't know, Close Combat, like, gets a ton of damage off. But I think this is where Water Tera Rotom once again should be exceptional for us. Okay. Intimidate. It's the last turn of Trick Room. So what we're going to do is just Tera Blast, KO Torkoal, protect Arcanine. Arcanine Citrus Berry is consumed, but even if Rotom just lives with a little bit of HP, then it's a 2v1 against Hariyama. And then I can just Thunderbolt Flare Blitz. So just hoping to not get crit, I think. Heat Wave from Torkoal into Rotom really should do no damage. Close Combat's scary, but they are intimidated, so I don't think it should KO Rotom. Now Rotom unfortunately does not get the defense boost from Snow anymore, since we're changing into Water type. No protect from their end. Just Heat Wave, yep. They might even target Arcanine here, to be honest. Thinking, hey, like, Rotom's not really that scary. Specifically the combo of Water plus Tera Blast, which is huge for us here. Nice, and they close combat into Arcanine. Yeah, exactly. Because normally you're like, oh, well, it's just super effective into the Rotom, right? So there's Tera Blast. Oh, so satisfying. Into Torkoal, and that's a one-hit knockout. Beautiful. So it's interesting. I mean, this game was different from the last one in the sense that the lead was different. Lucario versus Mimikyu, but principle was the same. We knew our opponent was going to get up Trick Room. We had to find a position to just kind of stall out Trick Room early on, burn a turn or two, and then put ourselves in this endgame position where they couldn't sweep us, and have us having the element of surprise of Rotom was really nice. Water Tera Rotom. So you just Flare Blitz and Blizzard now. And I'm just so happy to showcase why, like, Tera Water specifically enables Rotom to be a much stronger Pokemon than it normally has been in previous years of VGC. But what are the odds? We play the same team. The exact same team. I know it's a rental, but still, I was surprised to run into it so frequently. Okay. Well, I'm already really pleased. Like, we've been able to showcase the Kilowattrel, we've been able to showcase the Water Rotom, and that's exactly what I was looking to do when trying out this team. So, yeah. Alright, that gets us to Ultra Ball tier, so we are finally making our way to Master Ball tier. I've been, trying out different teams in between episodes and practicing with some new stuff, and so, yeah, excited to, try to get to Master Ball tier within the next episode or two, but it's been a really fun run so far. So, hope you've been enjoying me trying out different teams as we climb up on the ranked ladder here. It's definitely not the easiest. It's a lot easier, I think, to just stick to one team and, get acclimated with it, but I'm trying to feature a new team every day because it's just the early meta game. It's so fun. There's so many cool teams out there, so appreciate you all for enjoying and joining for this ride. One thing to quickly talk about, by the way, is, like, I don't really think I explored the lead option of Garchomp and Golden Goal very much in those Trick Room matchups. Like, I thought about it afterwards, and I was like, wait, yeah, we have Flying Terra on Golden Go, so it allows for an interesting option where you can, like, Flying Terra and then just get your two strongest spread type attacks in Choice Band Earthquake plus the Make It Rain immediately. And so, yeah, I don't know how strong that necessarily would have been. The problem with that is that, like, if Hariyama gets led, then Garchomp just gets hit by a Fake Out, and then I'm stuck in with Garchomp, like, under Trick Room with Choice Band, which doesn't feel really good. But I didn't even mention that as an option. I realized after reflecting on the games that was another route that I could have taken, and just as another line that you can play, within those matchups. Well, there's another Torkoal. I'm not going to complain, because Rotom honestly loves going up against Torkoal. But it's Torkoal, Lilligant, NDD Male, which can Trick Room, Arcanine, Salt Guy, and Gyarados. I mean, Rotom looks pretty sick here. Do I think they're going to have Trick Room? Also, I've, like, lost to Ghost Salt Guy one too many times. I do need to respect Lilligant Torkoal. Which is kind of annoying. I don't know. I don't hate Rotom and Garchomp here in the back. Sorry, Rotom, Garchomp, Abomasnow. Like, I want to bring Arcanine, but I don't think it's the right answer. I think actually we bring Golden Go here, because I need more answers against the Salt dude. I've lost against too many Salt dudes, where I don't bring special attackers, they get Iron Defense up, and I go, bleh. So, let's see. But, yeah, I mean, I couldn't have asked for things to be any better when we're using this Rotom. Like, you really want to go up against Torkoal team, so honestly, no complaints from me. This is a crazy good lead for me. It could... Indeedee does get access to Fake Out. But, like... So the question here is, I could Water Tera but we have Banded Earthquake. What am I worried about? Like, I honestly just want to discharge Earthquake here. Okay, and they're going for Tera. Into what? Flying? No, just fire. Okay. I mean, that's not going to help out against Garchomp, that's for sure. I don't know, maybe I should have just I probably should have Terra'd Garchomp, actually, but... Ah! It's Choice Scarf! Oh! Oh my god. And I got crit. You know, it's like, if we didn't get crit there, it's honestly fine. Oh, Choice Scarf after you. Wow. I've never had a lead look so good and have things turn so bad immediately. I mean, I just lose. They literally win in 2 turns. Wow. You know what? I'm not even mad, man. That was sick. That was sick. What? Okay, what would I have done differently given how that turn played out? Now knowing they were scarfed? The best play would have been like Tera Rotom, switch in Abomasnow, and then just Tera Blast Torkoal for a KO. That is so crazy. I just never, I'm like, so not used to seeing after you on anything. Let's not roll again. But honestly, huge props. That was sick. That was so sick. The crit was unfortunate. I actually do want to do the damage calc after this game because that may have had a huge impact on this match. But, you know, it's fine. I'm going to protect Tera into Water and Earth Power. I'm not going to give up yet because I think it's still winnable. I'm pretty sure it's Scarf, right? Unless I'm misremembering Indeedee Male's base speed relative to Garchomp. But I don't think so. Oh, that is so cool, though. Yeah, I'm never going to see that in a best of 1 because I'm more worried about, like, Protect Trick Room, if anything. Normally, when I see Indeedee Male, you know, I expect Imprison, Trick Room, Expanding... Well, it doesn't get Expanding Force anymore. Never mind. But yeah. It's so funny, though. I was like, do I Tera Rotom? Do I not? But it would have been correct to Tera there. But not... Yeah, I wasn't expecting that in the slightest. Well, that's literally my first time running into this. Now I know. Holy cow, that did so much still. Oh, that was a nut. What is going on? Oh, holy moly. Oh, they're going to have to do Eruption again. This is still winnable, right? What if I sub instead of just make it rain here? Like, right now, Indeedee being on the field is actually a, like, net negative for my opponent, I would argue. So I could Shadow Ball and Aurora Veil here. They switch out. Into Salt Guy. Interesting. They double switch out. Into Arcanine. Okay, okay. I mean, I still don't really see how I'm beating Salt Guy. Although Salt Guy can't really do too much into Golden Go either, right? Man, it's crazy that we had that turn 1. We got double crit and we're still, like, not completely out of this. I think that's cool. Citrus on Arcanine. That's not great because another Shadow Ball won't KO them. At least I will get Aurora Veil up, though. Like, it's still looking kind of over, but I'm going to try my best. I mean, you could switch this back out into Torkoal and then, like, Flare Blitz this slot. I'm gonna be honest, I'm so far behind in this game, I feel like I need to make, like, some pretty crazy plays to win. So I'm down to actually just straight up Protect here and then just Earth Power into Arcanine. They don't switch into Torkoal, though. It's not good for me. They actually just went for Snarl. Okay. Yeah, that's a good move. Very good move. I'm probably getting body pressed here. It's good damage on Arcanine, though. Oh, if Rock Slide misses... I'm also surprised they just have Rock Slide, so it's more offensive. That's interesting. Okay. We live on 8 HP. The thing is, they're just going to have After You plus Heat Wave to close out this game, right? But Mega Rain is super effective here. Problem is, I expect Arcanine to be faster. Alright, I'm gonna make a Rain and Protect. Okay. Snarl miss here would be huge. I was thinking about sub, but Snarl would go through substitute, so I don't think that's worth it. Arcanine hanging on this not good. I could have Shadow Balled there. Maybe it's still winnable, though, if I get a double Protect off, right? With Abomasnow. Yeah. I'm so sad. That Torkoal was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. Leftovers. Leftovers and Rock Slide is interesting. Terrain disappears. I mean, I'm gonna be at -3. But, like, basically what I'm playing towards is them missing a Heat Wave with Torkoal in this endgame, because I can just Shadow Ball to KO that. So I'm gonna make it rain. I'm gonna go for a double Protect here. Man. No double Protects, sadly. Snarl could miss. No miss either. Okay. I think the dream is kind of over now, but I tried. And, like, even though I was so far behind, you know, the fact that there was even remotely a path to victory means that we were at least doing something right after turn 1. I do want to do the damage calc against Garchomp, because I think if we don't get crit there, and I actually just get Banded Earthquake off, it's totally a fine turn 1, right? Because I might just pick up a double knockout. So, yeah. I assume they're choice specs on Torkoal as well. Unfortunately, not KOing Arcanine, eating up all these Snarls did not help. But it was a fun one. And also just a really cool strategy by my opponent, so kudos, kudos, kudos. What a crazy battle. Well, we finally meet our match. I was like, Rotom-Frost against Torkoal. Roto's been doing so well into Torkoal. You just bring out Indeedee now, right? After you Flare Blitz. You don't even need After You. Unless for some very bizarre reason. Like, the win con right now is essentially crit Make It Rain onto the Indeedee. And somehow actually survive 2 attacks here, but Indeedee might even have, like, Shadow Ball. I do wonder how this game would have played out without the crits, but... Wait. I think we just won. They tried to trick Choice Scarf onto me, but because of Golden Go's ability, you can't trick. And if it specs Torkoal in the back, I can just Shadow Ball that. Wait, no, I'm going to lose to Life Orb. So I need a PP stall to trick out, don't I? Oh, I don't even know if Shadow Ball KOs Torkoal, to be honest. I'm at, like, what, -5? Wait, but the fact that this is actually winnable is still crazy to me. I just don't expect Shadow Ball to KO here. But basically what we're going to do is... I'm not going to KO Indeedee, so I have to PP stall the trick. But I don't know... I actually don't even know how much PP trick has, to be honest. What is this game? Well, I mean, this is why you don't give up, at least. If Indeedee just went for a Psychic type attack, this game was already over. Or an After You. Anything other than Trick. They're going to trick it onto Torkoal. Oh, actually, that's smart. You just get rid of your Choice Scarf now? Yeah, yeah. So now you can go for another attack. Never mind. Yeah, their specs. But the win condition now... Well, no. They should just be faster than us. Oh, we don't even KO Torkoal. Okay. Well, hey, it was close. The fact that we got it to this point after that beginning, I'll take, honestly. My gosh. What a run of games here, though. I'm just glad Kilowattrel and Rotom could prove their worth in the first couple. Yeah. Choice Scarf after you NDD. I'm going to pull up the damage calc with Garchomp, because if Garchomp survives that Eruption turn 1 and I just get Banded Earthquake off, I think I actually just win the game immediately, despite how bad things looked. So, I'm curious. Let us pull up the calc and run the numbers. So yeah, as you can see here, Eruption from Choice Specs, Terrifier, Torkoal in the Sun to 74 to 87% to Garchomp with no investment. So yeah, the crit guaranteed the KO, but without the crit, you actually never get the knockout there. So yeah, like, I could have Terra'd with either Pokemon, by the way. I think I actually should have. Even though if I Terra'd Garchomp, I would have lost this game. Like, it would have just probably picked up a double knockout immediately. Tera Rotom also would have saved me from eating up the damage. And if I had Terra'd Rotom and we don't get crit, Discharge Earthquake just guarantees a double knockout immediately. And I think it's really hard for them to win. So, yeah. I could have played turn 1 better. I just did not expect the Choice Scarf after you combination whatsoever. It is a little bit unfortunate we got crit on both the Abomasnow and the Garchomp. And, yeah, the reality is if they don't crit turn 1, even though that after you looked really cool, I actually would have been in fairly solid shape thanks to the Choice Band. It would have been interesting because Earthquake, as you can see here, does like 82 to 98%. So then how we'd play the game really depends on how much damage that first Earthquake does. Because if it's on the lower end, Eruption can still be a little bit scary with the Abomasnow in the back. But if it's on the higher end, like, you just essentially do no damage whatsoever. So then I'd be willing to even switch in like the Golden Go, for example, despite Sun and Eruption, you know, being together. So yeah. Anyway, though, that was a really fun set of games. I'm just glad to feature Kilowattrel and Rotom. And even though we went up against a lot of Torkoal teams, this one was obviously very different from the two that we fought beforehand. So thank you so much, as always, for watching. If you enjoy, please share support by leaving a like. My name's Aaron CybertronZang, and I'll see you all soon. All right. Peace.